Wow, look at this professionalism. What you come to expect from the Sunday Night League. It is Monday night, and you know what that means. It means a bit of SNL on this Valentine's evening. Here we are at the Nordschleife for round 6 of Formula X season number 4, and we are live. So, pole position is Yokas in the Red Bull. In Noxie in the Williams. In third place, we have Jam in the Mercedes. In fourth place, we have got Cinemod in the Sauber. In fifth place, we have Rob on drums in the McLaren. In sixth place, in the Alpine, is Paleshi. In seventh place, a long way back, is Pio, who's driving for Aston Martin in this race, replacing Yolo, who is away on his hollybobs, avoiding all the action and the controversy that's going on. Here is the Sauber of Bunnies, currently in sixth place in the championship, having a strong championship. Next on the grid, we have the team principal of Williams driving for Mercedes. Stepping in for Cool Do Boy is Jim, helping his engine manufacturer. But then Junior did not appear, so unfortunately he's a car down for Williams. Tiny Terror is next on the grid for Alpine, having a great debut season in SNL. SNL Daz in the Red Bull. Great result last time out, finishing 4th at Blue Moon Bay. Then we have Intulu in the Ferrari. Bit of a night to forget last weekend. SNL Wolfbane is here in the newly upgraded Aston Martin as well, so he'll be looking strong. Then we've got Matt Psycho in the McLaren in 14th place, and at the back is the championship leader Illusion. Illusion has 74 points. Cool Do Boy has 69 points. Nice. In Tulu 66, Matt Psycho 64, Wolfbane has 53. They're your top 5 in the championship as it stands going into this race. So, without further ado, let's get this race underway. But before we do that, I'll just tell you the tyre situation as well. So, Bridgestone and Michelin, as always. Bridgestone runners include Williams, Ferrari, Alpine and Aston Martin. And they have got the softs and the mediums as their options. And then the Michelin runners are McLaren, Mercedes, Sauber and Red Bull. And they're the Michelin runners. They have super soft and soft tyres, so you can see here. Have we got any medium runners? Yes, Intulu's on the mediums, and so is Illusion. So actually, everybody else using quite their range of tyres. So let's go with this race. We've got Yokas on pole. Good evening. It is no longer the terrible Aston, says Wolfbane. No, it has been upgraded. Okay, so Yokas is going to lead us off 9 laps of Nordschleife. His cars are incredibly fast, as we've seen at previous rounds, and it is go Yokas getting this rolling start. Off we go. So Yokas straight away in the lead, going into the final few bends of this circuit. And he's already got off. Oh no! That means Knox is taking the lead then for Williams already before we get the start of the race. Technically, he's going across the line. So Jam now leads in second. Third place is Cinemod. We've got somebody off again. It's Yokas again. Yokas just having one of those starts of the race. Let's just see what happens. He just runs deep and onto the grass, hits the barrier and slides back on. But at the front we have got Noxie in the Williams. He's got Jam right behind him. So Noxie there defending the position. Jam in second place. Third is Cinemod. Fourth is Rob on drums. Fifth is Paleshi with Bunnies in sixth. Seventh, Tiny Terror. Daz in eighth. Ninth, Pio. 10th is in Tulu. So Intulu just having a little bit of a clash there, a little bit of a slide as we get into the minute mark of this race. But Noxie, he is leading the race with Jam in second, Jam following close by. Let's have a look at Matt Psycho going through the corners. They've gone past the bridge. So a long way past the bridge as Jam takes the lead. Jam takes the lead for Mercedes on home turf. As Noxie is in second, third is Cinnamon, fourth is Paleshi. We're a minute 30 into this race. There goes Bunnies. There is Robot dropped in the background. We can see a Ferrari. Oh, whoa! What on earth has happened there? So we've seen Ferraris going off the circuit. So Matt Psycho in 9th with PO. Then, Intulu hits Matt Psycho off the circuit. Does Intulu get... Intulu's backwards. Both Ferraris are in the gravel as well. What on earth is happening here? Yokas coming back on the track. Jim is there. What on earth is happening here? So, we've got Illusion in the barrier. Let's go on board with Illusion as we come into the corner. You can see the Ferraris. All the Ferraris just went off the track. Is this the red flag? If that's the red flag, we may have to have some conversations. So Jam is leading this race. Noxie is in second, but he's got Cinnamod in third place. Oh no, Paleshi now in third. What a move by Paleshi. So Paleshi was in fourth. Oh, Cinnamod just leaving a little Paleshi. And then yes. That's like I was saying, yes, that's the red flag. Well, that is not the area where the red flag should have been called. So Noxie in third place, fourth is Cinnamod, fifth, oh no, fifth, yes, just is Bunnies. But then we've got Noxie having a bit of a fight then, so they're all struggling right now for grip. Das has got himself up into fifth place as Noxie is fourth. So Jam there leading the race. For Mercedes, second is Paleshi for Alpine, third Cinnamod for Salva, fourth is Daz, fifth is Noxie, sixth is Bunnies. Let's go on board with the Salva driver. So we've got Noxie ahead of us, the Bridgestone runner. He's on soft tyres, I remember. Bunnies also on soft. These cars are very tight. Packed. Paleshi saying way too much bumping going on in my opinion. Allowed to bump draft. But Daz has got himself into third. So how's Daz managed to do this? So Daz now using the overtake button, so that's a feature in these cars new to this season. So Daz moves himself up into third. Bunny's in sixth, pushing along with Noxie. Seventh is Wolfbane. Oh, got Bunny's having a look at Noxie on the inside. Can he get past? Oh, he has actually. Where's Noxie gone? Noxie has dropped down. What happened here? Oh, just a little lock-up, maybe running wide. Noxie possibly? Don't know. There is Rob then, and Pio. Getting balked a little bit by the slower Williams. Can Rob make a move into the carousel? He does. Nicely done there by Rob. And Pio also follows Noxie, past Noxie. But Jam leading this race for Mercedes. Second is Pio. So there's just a little bit of a gap between the two. Daz though, fantastic start from Daz. Started about 11th on the grid. So up ahead we have Jam has made a mistake. So Jam has made a small error possibly. So oh, just touching a bit of the grass on the exit, and he's backed himself into Paleshi. He's got damage on the front of the car. Paleshi in the Alpine, following through, chasing down Jam for the lead of this race. We've not done one lap of this circuit yet. Daz in third, fourth is Cinnamon, fifth is Bunny's dragging along his teammate. Sixth is Wolfbane already in that not so bad Aston Martin anymore. Tiny Terror is eighth. Seventh, eighth is Rob on drums. Ninth is Pio. 10th is Noxie, who's got Matt Psycho behind him after those excursions onto the grass. 12th is Jim with Illusion and in Tulu. 13th and 14th, and Yokas is in 15th place. And Paleshi's taken the lead. So has Paleshi managed to get past Jam? Using a lot of speed. He's doing 184 miles an hour. Just squeezing his way past, trying to get round, and then he gets round the outside of Jam. Jam may be sacrificing a little bit of the corner, thinking, well, I'll let you go. And we'll go through the carousel. With Daz, Cinnamod and Bunnies. Look at the top six. Incredibly close. We're going on board with Wolfbane. As we can see, Cinnamod has just made a small error coming on to the front, the back straight now. Overtake being used by everyone. Let's have a look at the front of the field then. Paleshi. Daz has overtaken Jam. So Jam using the slipstream of Daz to try and get himself up further. Bunnies is fighting with Cinnamod, and Wolfbane is still there, trying to get past the Salvers, but he can't do it. This is why I enjoy Formula X. This tight racing. 7th is Tiny Terror, 8th is Pio. He's still got Rob on drums there. Paleshi though is leading the race here for Alpine. 2nd is Daz in the Red Bull, so Flashman looking very happy with things right now. Daz is in 2nd. 3rd is Jam. 4th is Bunnies. 5th is Cinnamon. And 6th is Wolfbane. On board with the Aston. A lock up there from Cinnamon. Nothing happening. Leshy is under pressure from Daz. Okay, so there's the bridge. About a minute into the race now. So I think there's been a misunderstanding of where the bridge is. Oh, in the background we can see Jam and Bunnies having a fight. And we can see Paleshi and Daz also having a fight for the lead of this race here at the Nordschleife. Okay, Jam is in 3rd, Bunnies in 4th. He's on board with the Sauber driver. He's helping the Mercedes along. Rumour has it the Mercedes is not looking the most powerful on the grid right now, or the lightest. Bunny's fighting that Sauber. Paleshi. He's got Daz behind him. Daz in the Red Bull. Can't overtake Hello Rebel Tree. Just past the Rebel Tree. There's Daz. Oh, Paleshi's gone off the circuit now, and Daz dives up the inside. He is opportunistic and gets himself into 1st place. Paleshi in 2nd now. Has to keep himself busy. He's got to keep that Alpine running in the slipstream of Daz. Top 4 at this time. Very closely packed. You see Jam using a little bit of curve on the exit. He's got Bunnies behind him. Wolfbane is 5th. Cinnamon is 6th. We've got a bit of a gap then to Tiny Terror. 8th is Pio. 9th is Matt Psycho, who's having to make himself busy. 10th is Noxie. 11th is Rob on drums. 12th is Illusion. 13th is Jim in the Mercedes. Stepping in for Cool Dude Boy. 14th is Intulu, and 15th is Yokas. So Daz His teammate leads this race for Red Bull. Jam is into second. Where has Paleshi gone? Paleshi, there we saw Paleshi. What happened to Paleshi then? He's in second place. Comes through a little bit wide, but looks okay. Oh, he's just clipped the curb and he's on the grass. And oh, he's done well to keep it pointing in the straight line. He has done very well. That's my boy Daz, says Flashman, who team principals. Formula X team principals are involved in this series as well. They upgrade the car. Nice. Red Bull is looking very nicely upgraded. And Daz is using it to perfection. He's leading this race, but in second. Well, I say in second, because Bunnies is getting past Jam now. So let's just have a little look at this from Bunny's point of view. So we're on board with Bunny's. He's doing 167, 168. He's in the slipstream with Jam. He's looking around it. Oh, he just gives Jam a little tap as he passes him. Make sure he knows that he's there. And here we have Bunny's in second place with Jam in third in the Mercedes. They are flying along, all setting purpose. It is the second lap. Jam having a little look actually. Will he have a look at Bunny's up the inside? Ooh, a little bit of a tap between the two, but holds position. Wolfbane in fourth. He's happy right now. He is in the Aston Martin. Strong car. Although he's come out the carousel. You don't want to be going out the carousel. That shows a little bit of speed, too much speed. And Paleshi now has a chance of catching the Aston Martin driver. Let's go on board through these S's at the end of the circuit. This is... oh, you can see Wolfbane is fighting that Aston Martin. Paleshi can't quite keep together, so Jam is following Bunnies through the S's, and Daz is all on his own. Bunny's a little bit slower, so Jam on the super soft tyres is attacking. Can he get past Bunnies? No, he can't. So the drivers are getting their way through the forest section, but we have got Wolfbane in fourth place. Following Jam has gone off slightly. Oh, Wolfbane using the curb and a little bit more. Jam is aware that the Aston Martin is behind him. As they all go down the hill. You've got Paleshi joining in the fight as well. This is the battle for third. As it stands, it is tight as they go towards the second carousel. Slowing it down. I'm actually getting a nice exit in comparison to the drivers he's fighting, but then they catch him up to go on board with Paleshi in the Alpine. We've got Jam and Wolfbane ahead of us. Paleshi just deciding he'll just drive past both. Using the slipstream slightly. Let's go off board as the three of them go through wide. Down the back straight. Jam having to use the slipstream of Paleshi to try and keep his position. But I think... oh, he's in fourth. He's still there as they try to go three wide. Jam and Wolfbane having a fight for fourth. Wolfbane gets himself up into fourth place. Fifth then is Jam. Sixth, Cinemod. Seventh is Tiny Terror. Matt Psycho has got himself up into eighth place now. Ninth is Pio. 10th is Rob on drums. So there's a big gap actually. Rob on drums is being overtaken by Illusion. 12th is Noxy. 13th is Jim. 14th is Intulu. Intulu's normally very good around this circuit. He's maybe had a little bit of a problem with the start of this race. We saw both Ferraris in the gravel. It was like Malaysia 2001. Both Ferraris in the gravel at the start of the race, and then we have Yokas in 15th, but his teammate Daz leads the race. Some good battles for the podium, says Sarlek. Let's have a look at that battle for the podium. Here it is. Paleshi, Jam and Wolfbane, they are still together. Go on board with Wolfbane. So we've got Jam in the middle of this fight. Paleshi up ahead. Jam looking No, nothing happening yet. As they go into the corner. Running a bit wide, having to use the boost to help him along. It's Paleshi in the Alpine gets a little bit of a gap now. Second place, Bunnies, he's on his own. 1:37.6 for Bunnies on the last lap, and 1:35.4 for Daz. A 5:42 by Paleshi. So Jam is there as well, using the overtake, trying to get a run. Top these three drivers. Oh, Wolfbane having a little bit of a slide as they come through the S's on board with Jam. This is the battle for the final step on the podium at the moment, but we're not a third in this race yet. The cars going down into the tight left-hander. Wolfbane says the best laps are going to be interesting to look at the end of this race. We have Paleshi. Jam is there in this battle. Tiny Terror. Oh, Tiny Terror has got a Psycho behind him. Let's go on board with Matt. We've got Cinnamon just a bit ahead of us as well. So Matt Psycho using Tiny Terror. Trying to go up the inside. No, wasn't happening there. That was a brave move by Matt Psycho, trying to make the move into that right-hander. It was deceptive. It's one of my least favourite corners on the circuit. That and the corner going on to the back straight. I do not like them. They are my nemesis. 10th place is Illusion. He's on his own. Pio on his own as well, but we'll have a look. Matt Psycho is here. Will he make a move before we get to the carousel? He's losing time in his best. Oh, he's just attacking the curves and he's gone off. He's gone off trying to attack so hard. So he went off the circuit. Whilst Daz leads this race for Red Bull. Daz does enjoy this circuit. Drove for McLaren last season. Whoa, a little bit there. He's off the circuit. So he's pushing hard. A 5:35 as well on his last lap, which isn't shabby at all from Daz. On lap number 2, is his super soft tyres starting to wear on him? As we can see, Bunnies is there. Jam in third. So Jam is ahead of Paleshi. What has happened there? No, it's gone. It's happened too far back. So Wolfbane in 4th. Paleshi then. Oh, Paleshi in 5th. 6th is Cinnamon. 7th is Tiny Terror. 8th is Matt Psycho after his mistake. He is fighting that car. 9th is Pio. And 10th is Illusion. Rob on drums is 11th, but he's got Jim coming rapidly behind him. I believe what occurred Paleshi's deaths in that race, says Wolfbane. Okay. And we've got Noxie as well, so we've got a good battle happening here for 11th place. Where is Intulu? I think we've lost Yokas. So Intulu's a bit behind. As Daz is coming through. He's into the second carousel. Ooh, just got run over by Daz. Will we get run over by Bunnies? There we go. There is Bunnies running us over. There is Jam and there is Wolfbane. Paleshi and Cinnamon. We're going to get run over by them too. As we see Tiny Terror and Matt Psycho also in the fight. Good luck, Matthew, says Mama Sykes. There is Daz leading this race. He is up front for Red Bull and he has got to stop this lap. His fuel is flashing. Wolfbane has got past Jam. Going down the back straight again. So Wolfbane using the power of the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin looking very good and looking very tidy. Jam using the slipstream of the Aston. Nice camera shots, says Flashman. Getting better at this. It's a shame. And Daz in the pits. Bunnies will also come in the pits. Wolfbane in the pits. Jam in the pits. Everyone should pit now. Faleshi's in the pits. Cinnamon in the pits. Tiny Terror in the pits. In goes Matt. In goes... Oh no, PO's a little bit further back. But he'll be coming in this lap. He's got a little bit more fuel actually than everyone. Will he decide to pit? Yes, he doesn't. Illusion will be pitting as well. So, in the pit lane, the battle at the moment. Where is our race leader? There he is, Daz. In that splendid looking Red Bull. Out he goes then. To reassume the lead. Super soft tyres again for Daz. But Bunnies, a little bit closer, maybe. Oh, about the same actually. About the same compared to that. Jam is ahead of Wolfbane though. A big gap actually between the two. Wolfbane had to fuel up more. So Jam has fueled up less. Daz has put in a full tank. 5th place is Paleshi. There is Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's actually jumped Tiny Terror. And he's got Cinnamod there as well. So Matt Psycho, crucially, now has jumped Tiny. Oh no! Tiny! Just using too much of the curb. This section is very tricky. Using the curbs. You do attack the curbs and then he just uses the curb on the exit. And is down to 8th place. 9th is Pio. 10th is Illusion in that Ferrari. He's got a white helmet. Maybe the white helmet's been bad luck. Soft tyres for him. Supers for Rob. In Tulu has gained a lot of time actually. He's got himself up into 12th place. 13th is Noxie. 14th is Jim in the Mercedes. To see Jim in the car as always. Daz leads this race though for Red Bull. Oh, that little rise there. You get a little bit of air in these cars. Here goes Jam through there. And for Wolfbane saying hello to everything. Let's go on board with Matt Psycho. There it is. There's the air. Just get it at the wrong moment. You can really make a mess of this tight, twisty sector. Matt Psycho, king of the Nordschleife. He has won here in the past. 2-time winner here. Had that incident on the first lap with Intulu. There was a call for a red flag. But it was not given. Tiny Terror in 7th. 8th is Paleshi. 9th is Pio. 10th Illusion. 11th now in Tulu. Oh, Rob on drums. Could hear somebody sliding. What happened here then? Rob on drums getting the tow. Coming through this tight section. And just going on the curb. Yeah. No, that's easily done. It is easily done. Let's get back to the battle at the front. Jam is still ahead. To put the gap on Wolfbane. Wolfbane using the overtake. Looking good right now. There is Matt. Team SCT. You can see on the back of the rear wing. Sick Children's Trust. As always, there it is. Always encourage you to look at that website. Fantastic charity. And a lot of work is done by them in the UK to help families. Tiny Terror in 7th, Paleshi 8th. Gaps are starting to happen now, so this is the 4th lap. Getting groups of cars. We've still got Rob and Noxie and Jim still there. Looks like I've given a thumbs up in the comments. No problem, Matt, as always. Honestly, when things run right here at SNL, it's the best league in the world. I still think it's the best league in the world, despite little bits and pieces I may have said in the past 24 hours. We are in the process of restructuring bits and pieces here at SNL. There is Jam in the Mercedes. Poor season so far, but what do they say? Form is temporary, averageness is permanent. So Jam there in third. He's ahead of Wolfbane. Matt Psycho closing the gap to these drivers. Sixth is Cinnamod, and seventh. Let's have a look at Daz leading this race at the Greenhow. Not a hell for Daz in that white Red Bull. He has not won a race in Formula X. He's had the pace though. This is a track he has always done incredibly well at. We'll be looking. You can see Bunnies though. Bunnies is keeping him honest. And there is Jam as well and Wolfbane. So they're all very tightly packed. And Matt Psycho will be there as well. You can see all five, in fact, in that long shot. All five drivers are on the back straight. So there's not much time between them. There's probably 12 seconds around here. 10, 12 seconds. Yeah, about 12 seconds, 12, 14 seconds between these drivers in the top five around the Nordschleife after 4 laps. This is a very tight battle. And Matt Psycho was in the gravel, remember, during lap 1. So he is there. Daz leads this race. Bunnies is in second, Jam is in third. Wolfbane 4th, 5th, Matt Psycho 6th, Cinnamod in the Sauber, so a little bit of a gap forming here, but Cinnamod having a good race for Sauber. 7th, Pleshy. 8th, as always, these Alpines are always so close together. Pleshy 7th and 8th is Tiny Terror. And normally about 7th or 8th as well, so hitting where they normally are. Illusion though, down in 9th, not used to seeing the Ferrari down this far of the grid. Having a tricky race so far in the Nordschleife in the German countryside. Championship leader fighting the car. I do seem to be flying the flag for the Bridgestone runners somewhat, says Wolfbane. Yes, the Michelin runners all up there, but then Wolfbane is fighting Pio, driving for Aston Martin. He did drive for Alpine at Tokyo, and is driving here for Aston. Intulu fighting the car. Intulu just not having a race to remember. Rob on drums is 12th, 13th is Jim. He's still there, chasing down Rob. Let's have a look at the fight at the front. So I thought it was closer than it was. As we see Daz leading with Bunny second. Third is Jam. Overtake coming out of the corner. Wolfbane. This race got those 15 turbos from last year now, says Matt Psycho. Wolfbane, 4th place, attacking the curbs. Trying to get to Jam. Jam actually setting purple laps. So Jam is on a run right now. Great shot of the tarmac there. We've got Wolfbane. He's got Matt Psycho chasing him down. He'll know that. He'll be able to see that Matt is closing the gap towards the Aston Martin. 1.4 seconds is Matt. I think we saw Jam was about 6/10 of a second up on the fastest lap, so Matt Psycho absolutely flying. As we can see, Cinnamod is falling into the clutches of Pleshy, who has dropped his teammate somewhat. Tiny Terror though, 8th place. Illusion up into 9th, he's jumped Pio. Pio must have made a mistake somewhere. through the tricky right-hander. As I say, one of my least favourite corners on this circuit. A little bit down. There is Daz, leading the race here in the forest. And Bunnies is keeping him honest. And here we go, chasing the Red Bull through the trees. The car just moves everywhere on this circuit. You just have to let it go. Let it go. Bunnies, second place, just a little bit wide. Oh. Bunnies really pushing hard. Jam 3 seconds up on his best time. He's got Wolfbane and Matt Psycho following him. Let's go on board with Matt Psycho, the king of the ring. Just a little. Oh! That was Wolfbane! That was Wolfbane going off the circuit! So off board. So Jam kicking up some dust ahead in the Mercedes, and Wolfbane, I think he just tries maybe to take too much speed. And there he is, he's off the circuit. And he lost 4th place. He's now down into 5th. Matt Psycho using the overtake button, trying to catch up Jam. Bunnies in 2nd. Jam is there 3rd. King of bottling in a good position, probably me, says Wolfbane. Wolfbane, yes, has got history, shall we say, especially in the Touring Car Championship. Bunnies in 2nd. Here you can see the Mercedes and the McLaren. So the silver and turquoise against the silver and the red. I like these cars. It's hard because I enjoy this. This is Formula X. This is the Nordschleife. This is what it's all about. Top 5 still very tightly packed. And we've got 6th place is Cinemod. 7th is now Tiny Terror. Illusion's getting himself involved here in the Ferrari, so he's got himself ahead of Paleshi in 9th. Who could give this up? It's hard. It really is. As I say, we've got stuff in place backstage. So, if you got something to offer, you'd like to be involved, give me a message on Discord. The more the merrier. Because right now, it's just a little bit tricky to keep things running as they used to. Jim is there 12th, 13th is Rob on drums, setting good times, 10 seconds up on his best time. Noxie is there in 14th. Noxie does not like this place. He openly admits it, it's not one of his favourite rounds. As Daz starts his 6th lap, he will be pitting on this lap, as will everybody else I would expect. Bunny's in 2nd, some nice Jam and Matt Psycho. Closing up on each other. Let's go on board with the McLaren. Not really showing us much though. Just attacks. There's great skill from that Psycho. Just attacks every corner. It's why he's the current champion. It's why, and he's setting purple times again. They're tracking the worst to drive. One of the worst to race in. Yes, I would possibly agree with you there, Matt. It is tricky to race around here, but we do it, and we managed to do it. We have some very good battles. Wolfbane there in 5th, Sinmod in 6th, 7th is Illusion, so Illusion's got himself ahead of Pleshy. Let's see if we can just see where that's happened. Oh, has it happened? No. So Pleshy's got the attentions of both Alpine, sorry, Illusion's got the attentions of both Alpines that are having a fight, actually. Between themselves, does Tiny Terror get overtaken by his teammate? Oh! Tiny Terror does get passed by Paleshi. So Tiny Terror in the Alpine. They're having a bit of a fight now between themselves. And a bit of a back off, actually, by Tiny Terror. We see the other drivers going through there a bit quicker. Paleshi's made a small error. Oh, there we go. There's a few for you. Look at that. Bye. Here is Daz leading this race. And then out of shot he goes, and Bunny's been caught up, I think, by Jam and Matt Psycho. And then we have Wolfbane in 5th. So these top 5 again still fighting along. There is Daz zooming past. Fastest sectors, 7/10 up as we go towards the carousel. Let's watch Daz through the carousel. I've not seen him do it, I don't think, this race. Pressure's on Daz, now we're watching you. Through the carousel he goes. Some good speed, keeping it around 60 miles an hour. Nice from Daz. Oh, Bunny's jumped out the carousel. Don't want to be jumping out the carousel. Jam in 56. Psycho following Jam. Let's go on board with McLaren. He's looking. Just holding the speed. A bit of understeer possibly. Chase down the McLaren. See if we can chase with Jam and get at that follow camera. We might see the McLaren pop up in our screen. Quite. Oh, Jam's gone off! Jam has slid off! So he's now got Matt Psycho all over the back of him. I'm having a little bit in those tyres, they're not clean. They're not clean, so Matt Psycho is going to have a very good run at Jam. But this is not a place you can overtake. This part of the circuit you just can't overtake. There's no braking zones. You really need to have a good run, high speed momentum. The Mercedes against the McLaren. Come into the second carousel. Attacking it again. Actually getting a nicer exit than Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho will get the slipstream, I'm sure. Daz leading. Be coming in this lap. Bunny's in 2nd, 3rd is Jam, 4th is Matt Psycho, 5th is Wolfbane. Let's go and have a look at Matt Psycho. He is on the back of Jam, using the bump draft and then trying to overtake. Is he going to make it? No. Daz is in the pits, as we'd expect. Matt Psycho is on those soft tyres as well, so in comes Bunny's 2. So Wolfbane comes in. Oh, has Wolfbane crashed into the pits? Yes, he has. Paleshi fighting with Illusion. I think Paleshi's just overtaken Illusion. Yes, he has. Let's go on board with the Alpine driver. 192, 91. What on earth? It went to 200. Compared to Illusion. Oh, Illusion's on the grass. That's not going to help him. Where has Illusion gone? Ah, we're looking at Tiny Terror, that's why. Got a little bit confused. Let's have a look at Daz in the pits for Red Bull. Out he goes. Out he is. Bunny's in 2nd place. Oh! nearly lost it. Jam is still ahead of Matt Psycho. Bunny's still in second. Having a great drive for Salma. Slippy will be watching this, enjoying it. His man, oh, crumbs. Bunny's is looking like he's going to take us to an accident soon. Wolfbane there in 5th place. Flashy in 6th with the Ferrari of Illusion directly behind him. Illusion having a trickier race than normal. He's used to leading. This just hasn't been his race as Palashi goes off. Palashi off the circuit. So he rejoins. He's got the red above his helmet for the overtake button. He's got a little bit of overtake left. Drivers ahead. Daz has got green. And Daz is there. Is anybody watching? I don't know. It says 0 people are watching right now. Is anybody there? Daz, 1st place. 2nd, Bunnies. Matt Psycho's got past Jam. Let's have a look. What's happened along? Here it is. Jam trying to defend the position, but no, can't get past. Wait, now it says 7 people are watching. Wolfbane's here? Yep. Don't know what's happening. Matt's watching as well. Matt has just made a nice move on Jam as they went into the right hand turn. So Matt has been released. He's got Jam behind him. Wolfbane in 5th. Daz is concentrating. There he is. Even this race. Good camera. Well, everybody's commenting now. And so is Flashman. Mika is here as well. Hello, Mika. Oh, Daz! Daz! You need to be concentrating. He's got on board with Daz. He's got the Canadian Bunnies right behind. Well, I say right behind, actually. About 8 seconds. But at the Nordschleife, 8 seconds is right behind. Oh, Matt Psycho. He's not far behind. Set the fastest lap of a 5:34.4 on his previous run before the pit. Jam did a 36.8. Wolfbane so far 39.5. He did have a 24-hour race at Le Mans prior to this event. Illusion is in 6th in the Ferrari. So 35.2. So the speed's there. It's just had a bit of bad luck, it would seem. 7th is Palashi. And 8th is Tiny Terror. Cinemod in 9th. Don't know what's happened to Cinemod here. Is it that GT87 bad luck? Matt Psycho saying he is on full qualifying mode. And he is the McLaren driver, so he's got less than a quarter of his overtake left. Jam just under half of his left. Wolfbane in 5th with a quarter of his. Daz about a quarter as well. Bunny's 3/4 of his overtake, so Bunny's not really using it round here. Roughly about the same amount of fuel though, so it's not really saving Bunny's anything. It's just attacking. Oh, he's attacking too hard though. He's gone off. It's going to give the position to Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho making his way then up into 2nd place. McLaren driver going to have to make 11 seconds up in 2 and a bit laps around the Nordschleife. He can do it. He can do it. Daz knows he can. second place. Bunny's third. Fourth is Jam. Just couldn't seem to keep it on the black stuff. It was all fine in practice, says Alessia. Here is Jam. Jam. Oh no, 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 no! That's not what you did! No! Jam just making a small error in the second carousel, and that has possibly cost him a run at a possible podium. Illusion though too far behind. What happened there? I think Jam just went too quick into the carousel and it spat him out. So now Wolfbane and Bunnies, and Jam was in the middle of this. And Psycho pulling away from Bunnies. He knows that Daz only has 2 more laps left around the Nordschleife. Let's have a look further down the field. Let's go backwards. So Rob on drums is 14th. 13th place is Noxie. 12th is Jim, so they're starting to pull away from each other. Pio is 11th. 10th is Intulu. It's just, again, just running wide. Not having fun in this car around the Nordschleife. 9th is Cinnamod. Ooh, so we can see Intulu just behind. And here are those ever battling Alpines. Maybe team orders need putting into place, or maybe Mika's quite happy for her Alpine boys just to have a good fight. Terra is 8th, 7th is Paleshi. There is 6th place Illusion. Jam 20 seconds down the road. Or maybe 18 seconds. Fourth place is Wolfbane. Third place is Bunnies. Psycho is still there. There he is in McLaren. Bunny's having a really strong race. He's enjoying this Formula X Super Formula style season. Matt Psycho keeping himself in contention. A good result here might make all the difference in the championship. And is he catching up? Daz, he is. He's about 8 seconds behind. So he's absolutely flying. There you see Team SCT as well. Daz, though, setting his personal bests. Let's see what Matt does. Purples. But Wolfbane also setting purples. Bane pushing hard. Jam has lost a lot of time. That mistake on his outlap not helping him. Illusion setting purples. Everyone's going purple. On lap number 8. It's like they've got warmed up. So there, look at the 2 Alpines. There's been a change position. Tiny Terra now ahead again of Paleshi. Daz with the drone following the 51 Red Bull. There he start thinking about the win. He's a lap and a half away from it, but any thinking about it. But this is Nordschleife. A lap and a half is still 8 minutes of racing. And it is Nordschleife. Go on board with Matt Psycho. He's going through the carousel. And follow him along this really fast part of the circuit. Keeps it through 5th. Down into 4th. Using all the curb and a little bit more. Just pure commitment. Sophie here. Have a look at this. Because the line's GT Sophie. If you've seen GT Sophie, the new AI from Gran Turismo, some of the lines that takes is... well, honestly, it's taking the mick. That's like 1.1 seconds up on his best time. Off board with the champion. Won season 3. Daz leading. He's using all of his overtake. He's desperate right now. He's He's about a second up. He's on his best time. So he knows Matt is on his way, and he's just saying, got to get all of this done. He's out of overtake as well. His halo above the airbox has gone blank. No more overtake then for Daz. He's gone purple as well, so he's a 10th up on his best, on the best lap that there is now. Can he set the fastest lap? Although it may only be brief. Nicely done through the final corner. 1 lap to go for Daz. He does. He sets a 1:34.1. What does Matt Psycho do? He does a 32.8. 1.3 seconds quicker than Daz. But Daz has got about 6-second lead. Daz just needs to keep it pointing the right way, but it's easier said than done. Bunny's in third for Sauber. 1:36.1. So nice times. Wolfbane just not getting the lap times out of that car. 39.0 on his last lap. 37.0 from Illusion, so a couple of seconds quicker than Jam. 39.6 from Tiny, and there's Paleshi. There they are again. These Alpine boys, very close together as always. Paleshi in 8th, in Tulu 9th. He's got ahead of Cinnamod. He sets his personal best at 39.3. Cinnamod just did a 46.7. Hopefully Cinnamod will get back to winning ways. Daz driving beautifully. I was throwing everything at it, says Matt Psycho. Pio there in 11th place. Daz leads this race. Doing a lovely job. Made the same mistake on lap 8 that I made when Matt got past. Bizarrely never crashed at that corner before the race today. Says Wolfbane. Matt Psycho chasing down Daz. It's about 7 seconds. Daz, dare we say it, controlling this race. He's had the pace. He's led from early on. He's been watching Sophie. I must admit, Daz's helmet is one of my favourites. And I am biased because I did design it for him. But I like the simplicity of it. It's got the Red Bull stickers on the side as well. There's Matt. So Matt is closing. He's setting purples again. It's half a second up. So Daz has got to be careful. Can't take anything for granted. Bunnies is there in third. Having a quiet race now, but he'll be happy about this. A podium for Bunnies. I don't think Bunnies has had a podium yet this season, and neither has Sauber, so Slippy will be very happy. Sauber will score a podium for the first time if Bunnies can keep this up. Wolfbane is catching, I think. No, he's not. Although he's setting purples. It's 1.3 seconds up, so he's absolutely flying along. Jam there. Oof. A little bit wide somehow. 6th is Illusion. 7th, Tiny Terror. So again, those Alpines are always close to each other. 9th place is in Tulu. Northeast in the gap. 11th place, there is Pio. Daz coming around. Whereabouts is Daz? There's still a fair bit to go, although he's through the faster section now, so the track starts to open up. Closer to the Red Bull. Flies and darts around. See the speed of Daz. And there is Matt. Matt is close. There he goes. Daz coming through onto the back straight for the final time. We'll be able to see, there is Matt. Well, Daz has just got to keep this pointing forwards. Into the final few corners comes Daz for Red Bull. Flashman will be waving the flag for his driver. It is going to be a first win, and what a place to win your first Formula X race. It is Daz in first. Second place is Matt Psycho. He sets the purple time on the final lap, and Slippy will be looking. He'll be cheering on from the pit lane. Third place is going to be Bunnies. Salva, podium for the first time. Wolfbane is fourth. 32.9. Jam is in fifth place for Mercedes. Happy with that. Sixth place is going to be Illusion in the Ferrari. Not his day today, but sixth still. Pretty good result in the Ferrari. Seventh is going to be Tiny Terror is going to be Paleshi. He keeps it on the road. Final corner. Nicely done there by Tiny. There is Paleshi in 8th. Then we have got in Tulu. Okay, a little bit of time, so Tulu is going to finish in 9th place for Ferrari. So Ferrari not having the best of results here tonight. That fire in the mansion might be getting a few extra pieces of wood on it. Cinnamon in 10th and Pio 11th. Oh, we got Jim. I can hear Jim behind Pio. There he is. Well done, Daz. Great win, says Flashman. Nervous last couple of laps, says Daz. Great win, Daz. Was hoping I could make you crack, but like a rock, says Matt Psycho. So here comes Pio through the final corners. Jim is on his tail. We'll stop it when Jim crosses the line. And there goes Jim, and we'll stop it there. 13th place is Noxie, and 14th place is Rob on drums. So sad I had to miss this race. It would have been good fun, says Cool Do Boy. Have a look at the race result then. So the winner, first time win, SNL Daz for Red Bull. Second, Matt Psycho for McLaren. Third is Bunnies for Sauber. First podium for Sauber. Slippy will be incredibly happy. Fourth place is SNL Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. Fifth is SNL Jam in the Mercedes. Sixth, Illusion in the Ferrari. Seventh, Tiny Terror in the Alpine. Eighth, Paleshi also in the Alpine. Ninth is in Tulu for Ferrari. 10th is Cinnamod. 11th is Pio. 12th is Jim, guesting for Mercedes. 13th is Noxie, and 14th is Rob on drums. Pleased with second after the first lap, says Matt Psycho. And Yokas did not finish. Now, let's have a look at those championship standings then. Okay, so in first place still is Illusion for Ferrari with 96 points. Second place is Matt Psycho for Mercedes, for McLaren with 87 points. He's 9 points behind Illusion. And I can confirm there are 4 races left to go in this championship. 4 races left. Okay. Third place in the championship with 86 points, so just behind Matt, is Intulu in the Ferrari. Fourth is Cool Do Boy with 81 points. Fifth is Wolfbane with 71 points. In sixth place is Daz, moving himself up the field with that win as well. He's got 62 points. Seventh is Bunnies for Sauber with 61 points. Eighth is Jam with 45 points. Oh, that's the wrong car. There we go. Eighth is Jam with 45 points. Tiny Terror is in ninth with 44 points. And Junior is in 10th with 40 points. Cinemod in 11th with 32. Paleshi also has 32 points. 13th is Jim with 31. Rob on drums has 24. Noxie 21. PO 13. YOLO 13. Yokas 9. Flashman 6. And Mika has got 1. In the team championships as it stands, Ferrari have 176 points. Mercedes 110. McLaren 108. Sauber 93. Aston Martin 87. Williams 81, Alpine 75, and Red Bull 72. So, the plan from now on is, well, there'll be some small changes happening in SNL. As you saw, I was not particularly happy last night and this morning. And the aim is to get the seasons done. And then we will see the state of play with the new game and bits and pieces and where it leads. I will be putting a video out later in the week as well, just to say hello to everyone as well, because I haven't done that for a long time, for the simple fact I lost my my stand, but I found it, so I can chat to you in that way as well, and I think it would be nice to do it that way. So, as it stands, next week we have got Monza without the chicane. The video for that, though, I will need to have a word with some people to see what we do with that. And then it is Spa, Interlagos and Suzuka, of course, because Suzuka is always the final round of Formula X. The championship standings are very close. I really want this season to end as I had planned, because I think it's going to be an epic final battle between some fantastic drivers. So, there we go. That is Formula X for this week. Enjoy. Be nice to each other, as always, and just, yeah, we'll have a lot to announce this week, I think. I'm having chats with a lot of people, and thank you everybody just for the lovely comments as well about everything, because honestly, yeah, I was ready to walk away from all of this last night, and I did. I finished it last night. But reading your comments and knowing how much SNL means to people, it really is touching, and yeah, it made me see it all in a different light this evening. This morning I still was walking away, but this evening I'm looking at it in a different light, and as I say, I'm having conversations with people. If you wish to get in contact and just say what you could help with and bits and pieces, obviously that would be great. Yeah, I've always tried to make this an open league. I'm not going to go fully into it, but I've always made it quite an open league, and you see why results and things are done in the way that they're done. And I will also be making comments about this red flag incident, because having seen it, yeah, there's some stuff that needs discussing as well from that, but we'll see what happens. I enjoy the commentary of this. I'm enjoying the racing as well, but yeah, I enjoy the comments and the chat and all the nice stuff that goes on. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you everybody. Thank you very much for the nice comments in the chat. And as I say, we will have a chat later on as well. I might do a live ask me anything kind of session, possibly, where you can watch me and maybe I'll take some clothes off, and you can pay me money. I've seen people do that on the internet. I'm sure we can do something similar. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy Valentine's. Be with those that you love. And yeah, until next time. Like, share and subscribe. There we go. Like, share and subscribe. There we go. Enjoy. Good night. Oh.